Hello, you're welcome to another episode on the Women Skills of YouTube channel. So today, what are we going to be learning? I'm going to be sharing some things with you. Okay, so I know this date is very, very important. I mean, everyone wants to have a business of their own. Everyone wants to be an entrepreneur. Everyone needs a side or so, regardless of whatever you are doing now. So I'm here to share with us few things, okay, few factors you should consider before you learn any skills. So before we proceed, please like and subscribe to this channel so you get notified whenever I drop new videos, okay? I promise you this channel is going to be just everything you need. No, you can spread the word to everybody. There's going to be different. So before you learn a skill, you should consider these few things. So number one, yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to know your likes, your dislikes. You need to know what you're passionate about. You need to take a time to study yourself. Okay, that is personal behavior. You need to know how you can, react to certain issues. Some people, I've had people say that, oh, I cannot, deal with customers. I'd rather have my staff deal with customers. I would rather not um, have a business owner because you cannot be a small business owner and not want to interact with customers. And that is because they know themselves, they know that, oh, they get angry really quick. And you know the way customers can be sometimes, customers can be too much, they can expect too much from a business owner. So I know this particular person says, oh no, small owning a business is not for me. I'd rather do my 9 to 5. And eventually, if I own my own business, okay, I'm going to make sure that I have a staff that will be dealing with my customers. Mine is just make, produce, and whatever I need to do. But I do not want to have an engagement with my customers. You also need to know your like and dislike. Okay, do you like to do this thing? Do I like to do that thing? Do I not like to do this? Let's say, for instance, someone will say, okay, because everybody is saying, you're making money as a fashion designer. Now you're not saying, me too, I want to go and learn fashion. I want to become a fashion designer without asking yourself, like, do you really like this? Let me use myself as an example. I once learned fashion designing, and one thing that made me quit was because I ate ironing. That's funny. As silly as it may be, it's just a fact about me. So I just look at myself. So there was a day my boss, made a pleated dress, and she asked me to pleat all of the dresses, like all of the. She asked me to iron all of the pleats so we can have them individually, well laid and seated. So, and I was just like, God, I didn't even I tried my best to to get it done, but she collected the gun and she was like, no, I made a mess of this and she's going to she went ahead to do the whole thing. And so when I saw this, I was like, wow, I think I'm in the wrong because personally I hate to iron. So you want to understand what I mean. So after that day, I just had to sit myself down and say, babe, this is not for you. Like I detest ironing. Have you seen any fashion designer who hates to iron? That would have been me if I had pursued that career. Okay. So another thing you want to consider is what exactly do you need that business for? Okay. Do you need it for survival like you? Do you want to monetize that skill, or do you just you want to learn it for a domestic purpose? For instance, maybe how to make yogurt. If you just want to learn yogurt, to make for your kids and to make for your personal consumption, or do you want to learn that yogurt training? Do you want to go for that yogurt training to start up a business, yogurt business? So if you can identify your need for that skills, you'll be able to know, okay, do I want to go for the business. I don't need to just go for how to make yogurt alone. I need to enroll for a yogurt business class because aside knowing how to make that thing, you need to learn how to monetize, how to cost effectively, so that you don't end up getting frustrated and packing up the business because you are not informed about what you need to grow that business. I hope you understand what I'm. Another question you want to ask yourself is, what is the demand for that skills? Now, you can only ask yourself if you be able to ask yourself that, oh, do I want to monetize this skill or do I need it for domestic purpose? If it's for domestic purpose, you don't really need to, be worried about that since you just need to be for yourself. Okay. But if you intend to monetize the skill, you need to be able to ask yourself, okay, this thing that I want to learn, is it in demand? What is the demand? What is the rate at which people want to, get that thing so that I don't end up learning that skill. I'm not having any customers to sell it because the goal is for you to make money. And if you're not selling, if you're not giving out your skill, if you're not, giving out your services or your skill or your product, then you're not going to monetize that skill. So I'm going to use an example. When I was younger, my mom had she sells tailoring materials, so she had this weaving machine, and people make this bogus I don't know what I can't really remember the name. They use fishing line, so the fillet will become very very poppy and all that. That was a thing then. So imagine me now saying, "Oh, I want to go and learn how to use a weaving machine, and I want to learn how to put a fishing line inside." When I weave, I want to put a fishing line in it so that that skill is not in demand. So me going to learn that thing, I probably have to wait till when else that skills start to sell again, because now it's out of vogue. It's not in vogue again. So if I take out my money to go learn that, you probably just have to sit down somewhere, or the only way I'm going to get anything good out of that skill is maybe if I know I just create an innovative ideas, probably a new style, a new whatever that I want. Okay, people to start saying, oh, this. Okay, this is a new thing. The way people are about going for new things, and then it becomes a trend. That is the only moment that skills might end up bringing money for me. So you want to consider how people are demanding for that skills before you go into it. So also, if you ask yourself, if you want to monetize this skill, you also need to ask yourself this thing. Okay, I learned this thing. What are the other options for me for this business? Let's say, for instance, maybe there are low sales. What other things can I add to that business? What other things go in line with that business? I'm going to be using a baking industry as an example. Now, I'm a baker, so I'm baking. Okay, let's say there are no cakes order. What else can I be doing when there are no orders? I can decide to go for training. That is one option, because I am skilled in that line. Okay, I am skilled as a baker. I can train people and also monetize from it. Okay, I can decide to go into selling baking materials and other things. Do you understand? So before you learn the skills, once you've decided that you want to monetize that skills, you need to be able to think of other options you can go, so that you're not ending up being broke or frustrated and then blaming yourself while you learn that. So you want to learn how to make more, how to create more streams of income for yourself alongside that skills you've learned. Another option you want to consider is, what niche do you want to focus on? Now, while I said something about having side hustle, that's why I said what side hustle, okay, other options in case that one is not going so well, okay, it's not going the way you thought it was going to go. But now, it's also important that you carve a niche for yourself, so that once they need a particular thing, they can say, oh, go to so person. For instance, I'm a baker. I cannot uh be the only one doing the castle cake, doing this, the traditional wedding cake, doing this, blah blah blah, with the birthday cakes, doing souvenirs and the like. So you need to have a particular niche for yourself. Let's say, for instance, I'm going to be using some bakers as an example. If you are looking for cream cakes, moist cream cakes, behind people like Odun Creams cakes, you are looking for, very big, elegant wedding cakes. You'll be looking at final touch and the likes. You understand? So have a niche for yourself, so that it is easier for people to identify you. So when they need that particular thing, the first name that comes to their head is you. Okay. Another thing you want to consider is the financial implication. While being a business owner is a very good thing, if you don't have enough cash, you are going to be restricted to certain things. Now, there are businesses you can start with little capital, but it can never be compared to someone who has that much of a capital to grow big. So you want to consider how much you have at hand, so that you don't get frustrated by thinking, oh, I don't have an oven yet, I don't have this, I don't have that. You want to think about how you can use your money to do something that's going to be in line with what you are capable to do. I hope you get that. So another thing you want to ask yourself is, where and how to acquire that skills. You want to ask yourself, okay, maybe you have a job already, and you know for sure that your job, you resume by 9, you close by 5. Before you get home, traffic and all that, there's really no enough time for you to say, okay, you want to go and enroll yourself for an on-site class, except maybe when you have your leave and the likes. I hope you understand. So you want to consider where and how. How do you want to go about it? Do you want it to be an online class? Do you want it to be an on-site class? Will you be, maybe going in between your breaks? You want to consider those things before you acquire any skill so that it does not affect your current stream of income. Okay, it does not affect your current business, because once whatever you are doing that is still fetching you money is out of the line, there's no way you might end up just leaving it in between. Another factor, I think I'm going to be leaving it here as the last one. Another factor you want to consider is family. Now, I'm sure you'll be like, how does family affect the skill I want to learn? Okay, it's very, very important. Now, I'm saying this especially if um, I don't want to segregate, but I'm just going to be using this as an example. Say, for instance, you're a married woman, okay, and you want to learn event management, okay. Now, before you learn that skill, you need to consider what your family will, how that skill is going to affect your family. Let's say you've learned it, and for sure, you know that being an event manager, you need to travel a lot. You need to be there and there. You need to be up and down. So you need to consider how your family are going to react to this. First, you want to sit with your husband. Now, I'm saying this if you are married, you want to speak with your husband and seek for the opinion. You don't end up want to learn something that will not end up making a mess of your marriage. We are not praying for anybody's marriage to have issues. You're not praying for issues, but before you go learn that thing, because I believe marriage is a union of two things. Okay, now let's not even add the kids. Okay, like the entire family is involved. So if you want to learn a skill that will might affect either parties, you want to carry them along, seek their permission, let them understand why you want to go into this field, okay, and sort it out. So if you consider all of these factors, you'll be able to pick out a skill that matches, that goes in line with who and how you are. I hope that you got a lot of value in the video. Please like, subscribe to our channel to get more videos. I can't wait to see you in the next episode. But for now, bye bye.